Hello and welcome into tonight's broadcast, everybody. I'm Samuel Reese coming to you live, and it is already week 2 at the U.S. Open. Hope all of you are having a wonderful Labor Day, and it's prime time at the U.S. Open on day 8 of this wonderful tournament. And we're on the business side of the tournament. One more quarterfinal spot up for grabs in the men's singles draw. And it'll either be Novak Djokovic or the youngster from the USA, Jenson Brooksby, fulfilling that final empty space in the quarterfinal bracket for the men's singles draw at the US Open. This should be a great way to get prime time underway. Djokovic, the heavy favorite, of course, in pursuit of greatness. He's just 4 wins away from a calendar Grand Slam for the first time since 1969 on the men's side when Rod Laver did it. And we are underway in this one from Arthur Ashe Stadium. A quick rally to start. Brooksby with the point at the net. 15 love. Jenson Brooksby is on serve. This is first year as a professional player. Obviously, his first major appearance in a major at the round of 16, and now trying to take it a step further to the quarterfinals, which would be quite a feat considering it's Novak Djokovic on the other side of that net. But Brooksby, despite being just 20 years of age, has played impressively so far. Beat fellow American Taylor Fritz and beat Karatsev of Russia, who we've seen has had a great year so far after making it all the way to the semifinals of the Australian Open. Now, of course, Novak Djokovic is a whole nother conversation, but you never know. We'll see what Brooksby can pull off tonight. 30 love. He's in front opening game of this match. Final day of the round of 16. Djokovic, meanwhile, coming off of a 4-set victory over Nishikori, a sluggish start in which he dropped the first set, but it was all Djokovic after that. What a great rally here. The cross-court forehand shot wide from Brooksby. Just had to lunge out at it. 30-15. First point for Djokovic, and that was an 18-shot rally. As I mentioned, the last round of 16 match in the men's singles tournament. Now Brooksby serving at 30-15. And that shot into the net. Djokovic attacking the ball 30-all. This first set goes without saying, but obviously extremely crucial for Jenson Brooksby. You could tell in his pre-match interview, he was ready, but you could sense that he was nervous at the same time. A big moment, his first ever match on Ashe Stadium. And so definitely a big moment for the youngster. And Brooksby, in this first game of the match, certainly taking that serve clock down to about 3 or 2 seconds even sometimes. Second serve put in play. And that's why I tried to go down the line with the forehands. 30-40 break point. Jenson Brooksby at this U.S. Open defeated Ymer in 4 sets in the opening round, won against Fritz in 4 sets in the second round, and then it was a 5-set victory over Karatsev in the third round. Karatsev 21 in the world, and Brooksby so far through those 3 matches has been on court for 11 hours and 56 minutes. You have to wonder if that'll play a factor. I'm sure it will. 2 4-setters and then a 5-setter just 2 days ago. As that return from Djokovic is into the net, we go to a deuce in the opening game of the match. But yeah, Brooksby has spent a lot of time on court, and that can catch up to you the further you go in the tournament, of course. So let first service. This is the third match on Ash, I should say, today. First match in prime time in the night session. One more later on the women's side. Touch on that later. Oh, what a shot. Brooksby with a perfectly placed backhand shot. Djokovic coming to the net, was located centrally at the net, and Brooksby just put it out wide enough that Djokovic couldn't make a play on it. Add in game point for Brooksby. That's a beautifully placed shot from the American. And that's game. Forehand return sails long from Djokovic. And so Brooksby holds early, and that's just the start he was looking for. Just holding to get on the board. And now we'll see what he can do with Djokovic on serve, which is a whole different story. Of course, Novak Djokovic just dominant for the most part when serving. We'll see how the first service game goes for Novak as the players will switch sides. Thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. That first game taking about 6 minutes. The one pro for Brooksby is that he will have the crowd behind him. As an American at the U.S. Open, you will have the support of the crowd at Ash Stadium. Then again, Djokovic is in pursuit of history as well, so I'm sure there's a decent chunk of the crowd that won't mind if Djokovic pulls through and all is said and done. But it should be interesting to see how the crowd gets involved tonight. And oh my, what a drop shot. Brooksby's there, and Djokovic plays it long. That is brilliant from the American. Love 15. That was superb. I mean, I thought there was no chance that Brooksby was getting to that drop shot. He did, went cross court, and then really a misplayed shot. Djokovic should have done much better with it. And so the point goes to Brooksby. He starts the game off in style. A tournament update. Karolina Pliskova won the first set against Pavlyuchenkova 7-5. It's currently 1-1 in the second set. We'll continue to keep you posted on that match over at Grandstand. I'll even take some live look-ins if that match ends up, being close towards the latter stage of the second set, and especially if it goes to a third set. That point goes to Djokovic, 15-all. That's that Pliskova Pavlyuchenkova match is the only other round of 16 match going on as we speak. The action at Armstrong is done for the day. Now that we're in the round of 16, no more night session matches at Armstrong. So all three on Armstrong took place during the day, starting at 11 a.m. Some exciting matches earlier today. Oh, and that's great attacking play from Brooksby. He was the aggressor, and it pays off 15-30. This is, I should mention, the first ever meeting between these two. Djokovic and Brooksby have never squared off before. As I mentioned, this is the first year that Brooksby is professional. So let first service from Novak. And if Brooksby can somehow get a break here, I know it's early, but that could go a long way for him. Oh, that's wide. Forehand shot from Djokovic, just wide. And it's 15-40. Brooksby with a double break point opportunity, and the crowd already getting into it because they realize what a chance this is for the American to pounce on. But Djokovic bites back with an ace, 129-mile-an-hour serve, 30-40. Another break point for Brooksby. Djokovic trying to complete the calendar Grand Slam, which would be quite something. And how about that? Jenson Brooksby with the break. A forehand shot into the net from Djokovic, and it's 2-love in favor of the American. Well, a surprise start here at Arthur Ashe Stadium. And now Brooksby will serve up a break. And what a chance this truly is, as he has the opportunity to take a 3-games-to-love lead in the opening set. And that return from Djokovic is long. 15-love. Novak Djokovic with plenty of unforced errors here early on, and just uncharacteristic of him. As I mentioned, he had a bit of a slow start against Nishikori, and the later he goes in the tournament, the less he can afford those sluggish starts. Certainly be interesting to see if he can come alive in this first set. And there's another unforced error, the forehand shot into the net, 30-love. And Brooksby has continually played those deep balls at the feet of Djokovic along the baseline, and it seems to be messing with the Serbian a bit. Number 1 ranked player in the world. Brooksby taking a few deep breaths here before serving at 30-love. First serve is a fault. Second serve on the way. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. Ooh, drop shot. Brooksby attacks and delivers a blistering backhand shot straight at Djokovic. His return into the net once again. It's 40-love. Game point for Brooksby. And my goodness, the 20-year-old American is playing with all the confidence in the world against the world's best player. And he's now won 8 of the last 10 points. See if he can hold serve right here and take the game at 40-love. Oh, that's beautiful by Djokovic. He came to the net, just the perfect touch to get that ball over, and that ball really dropped dead right after it went over the net. No chance that Brooksby was getting to it all the way from the baseline. 40-15. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Brooksby with the backspin and slice on the backhand shot. He is pulling all the tricks out of his bag early. And it's a hold of serve, 3-love. The American leading Djokovic early on in the first set. What a start for the 20-year-old American. I'll be back with more after this. Don't go anywhere, because this is a fascinating beginning to what could be a very intriguing match. And welcome back into the broadcast, everybody. So the first three games of this match won by Jenson Brooksby. Novak Djokovic in some early trouble here in the opening set. And coming into the match, the IBM power rankings with Watson determined that Djokovic had a 61% chance of winning. Brooksby, therefore, 39%. The ATP singles ranking of both of these players, Djokovic 1 in the world, Brooksby 99. That's how lopsided this match should be, but anything can happen on the court, and Brooksby proving that early. Now, we'll see how the rest of this set and ultimately match plays out, but it has been a fascinating start. Djokovic serving at love 3. Oh, that was a great job by Djokovic. Drop shot. Brooksby got there, but it was teed up for Djokovic with an easy finish at the net. 15 love. That last point, 13 shots. Yeah, that was great deception by Djokovic because I don't think Brooksby saw that slice drop shot coming. Oh, wow. Wonderful serve by Djokovic. No return from the American, 30 love. And is this where Novak Djokovic steps on the gas and comes into focus? Another fast serve, 121 miles an hour. 40 love, too much to handle for Brooksby. Djokovic at this U.S. Open defeated Rune in the opening round in 4 sets, defeated Griekspoor in straight sets in the second round, and then a 4 sets victory over Nishikori in the third round, as I mentioned, and that's an ace to cap off a perfect game for Djokovic. It's now 3-1. The sun sets in New York. Beautiful night in Flushing Meadows at the U.S. Open. Perfect weather on this Labor Day for the fans to enjoy. And boy, is it a packed house at Ash Stadium tonight. And yeah, as we get to the later rounds now, a lot of the fans have less options to choose from and therefore file into the main court because there's less matches going on at once. And pretty much now in the nighttime sessions, there is only one match taking place, and that is on Ash. Brooksby now serving. Still up a break. 2 games on top of Djokovic. That shot went wide. It's love 15. Well, if Djokovic breaks here, then obviously he's right back in the set. Another tournament update. Pliskova has a 3-2 lead over Pavlyuchenkova in the second set after she took the opening set 7-5. So Pliskova in pursuit of a straight sets victory over on Grandstand. We'll continue to keep you posted on that one. Thank you so much, Travis. I appreciate it a lot, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in, and thanks for the kind words. And it's now 15 all. That's a wonderfully placed shot. Brooksby going with the forehand shot and finding the corner. That's a brilliant shot, really. Yeah, I have been working hard this month, indeed, Travis. Yeah, but I love it. So I love it, and I wanted to over the summer is when I had more time on my hands, so I was able to do more streams than I usually do. But starting later this week, I'll be a bit more busy because school started last week, and then I'll be on commentating on my high school sports games for the local TV channel. So that will kind of take priority, and I'll be plenty busy with that. So, and I'll be refereeing soccer games. I'm a certified soccer referee, so I'll be doing that on the weekend. So I will be more busy soon, but we'll still try to do as much as I can here on my channel. Finally caught one of my lives. Yes. Well, I appreciate that, Travis. I appreciate it, man. It's now 30 all. About 19 minutes into the match, Brooksby won the first 3 games of the set. Oh, yeah, definitely exciting. Definitely exciting. Yeah. It's my senior year as well, so I'm going to enjoy it. But yeah, I love being on the call for my high school's games. It's a lot of fun. And that was another deep shot by Brooksby, and it turned out to be quite uncomfortable for Djokovic to handle. The forehand shot goes wide, 40-30, game point for Brooksby. Can Brooksby hold serve here? Yes, oh, no, he can't. I spoke too soon. It was a let first service. So he'll try again. That's put in play. A great rally again between these two. Both of them going to the forehand. Now the backhand from Djokovic. And that's game. Djokovic is down the line, forehand shot, deflected off the line. Deflected off the net and sailed beyond the baseline. 4-1, Brooksby leads. Will I be doing any play-by-play for pro teams? You mean you mean like not on my channel, not like actual out in the real world. Not yet. No, I'm you cover or do you mean on my channel? Yeah, if you're talking about on my channel, yeah, I cover pro teams all the time. Yes. You cover the Mets, and this Thursday you're going to do a play-by-play for Cowboys Bucks. All right, awesome, Travis. I'll try to check that out. Yeah, I do a little bit of everything on my channel. I do tennis, soccer, basketball, baseball, hockey, football. Yeah, I do a little bit of everything. Yeah, I'll be doing. I'm a big Patriots fan, so I'll be doing plenty of NFL. I'm also a Red Sox fan. They had a horrible loss earlier today. So if and hopefully when they make the playoffs, I'll certainly be covering their playoff games along with other MLB playoff games. So yeah, I do a bit of everything on this channel. And so I'll be right back after a quick break. Brooksby holds. It's a 4-1 lead for the American in the opening set over Djokovic. Welcome back. Beautiful night in New York. And it's Djokovic on serve, trailing 1-4 in the opening set. Oh, wow. That's a real misplayed backhand slice from Djokovic. Not even close to making it over the net. Love 15. Djokovic to the net, and that's a powerful finish. No shot for Brooksby. 15 all. And that's what Djokovic needs to do more of. After he was broken in his first service game, he's got to command the point with that serve of his, because he has to use it to his advantage, because that serve is lethal, or at least can be lethal. He misses that forehand shot down the line, however. He put it wide. It's 15-30. That's the 7th unforced error for Novak. Brooksby's only had 1, and that's really been the difference so far in this opening set. Second serve on the way from Djokovic. Brooksby trying to break for the second time this set, which would be remarkable. Oh, wow. Way long from Djokovic on the forehand. A complete misfire. 15-40, and Brooksby has a double break point. This is quite remarkable, really. Brooksby 1 for 2 on break points 1. Let's see what he can do here. Djokovic just hasn't been himself in the early stages of this match. But that's better. An ace out wide, 30-40. Breakpoint number 2 for Brooksby. That serve was all about the placement. Third ace for Djokovic. It's a 105-mile-an-hour serve, which is slow for him. But it was all about the placement out wide. Brooksby couldn't get there. That's out. Backhand shot sails long from Novak Djokovic. It's another break for the 20-year-old American. Would you believe it? Jenson Brooksby leading Djokovic 5-1 in the first set, and he'll now serve for the set in front of an exuberant Arthur Ashe Stadium crowd. This crowd is absolutely into it because what a story we have developing. Arthur Ashe Stadium, the place to be right now. Jenson Brooksby serving for the set after breaking Djokovic twice. We'll see if he has the nerve to close it out right here. Oh, that's a beautiful forehand return from Djokovic. Right down the line, love 15. Jenson Brooksby saved the only break point faced and has held serve throughout the set thus far, trying to continue that to close out the first set. Oh, the cross court shot is wide from Novak, 15 all. You could see the idea, but the execution just not quite there from Djokovic. Well, I am quite stunned, I think, like everybody else, at how this first set has played out. And while it's not done yet, it could be very soon. Djokovic to the net. Brooksby, another save. Will it land in? Yes. And Djokovic misses the overhead shot. Unbelievable. That is remarkable. And this crowd is on their feet for the American. 30-15. That was just unbelievable. I mean, Djokovic had the point in the bag. And credit to Brooksby for staying alive and somehow winning that point. He's 2 points away from dominating this first set and winning it in fashion. And now 1 point away. An error from Djokovic. Double set point for Jenson Brooksby, 40-15. And you can tell by the looks of the faces in the crowd, they can't believe what they're witnessing. 2 set points here for Brooksby. And this crowd is getting behind him in every way they possibly can. That's it. He's firing up the crowd, rightly so. Jenson Brooksby takes care of business 6-1 over Djokovic in the opening set. It only takes half an hour for Brooksby to win the opening set. My goodness, what a start at Arthur Ashe Stadium. We'll see if Djokovic can turn it around. He's down a set early in prime time at the U.S. Open. And welcome back, everybody. We are set to begin the second set after Jenson Brooksby, the unranked American, took the opening set. Djokovic has a 31-2 record in night matches on Ashe Stadium. Keep that in mind. He is just about unbeatable at night on this court. Brooksby trying to change that tonight. And yeah, just a remarkable start for the American. Obviously, still a long way to go. Best of 5 sets. That's what makes it extremely tough to beat Novak, but we'll see how Brooksby can carry himself going forward the rest of this match. Djokovic serving to open up the second set. His forehand shot is wide. Brooksby, that is. 15-love. In between sets, it looked like Djokovic was just trying to sit calm, just settle himself down, almost regulate his breathing, and regain his composure, because he was just not himself in that opening set. He wasn't. I mean, not only is it a surprise that Brooksby won that first set, but the style in which he did. 6-1, completely unexpected. Ooh, Djokovic, the drop shot. Brooksby's there, but Djokovic finishes off the point. The perfect touch into the deep court, and it's 30-love. Yeah, Djokovic, maybe that's what he needs to get into some rallies, deeper into some rallies, in order to get into that rhythm that he needs, because he's been in no rhythm thus far, that's for certain. And that's a great cross-court forehand connection for Djokovic. 40-love, game point. You just have to think that Djokovic will get out of this early funk sooner rather than later. Question is when and how will Brooksby carry on? The return from him is long. Djokovic cruises in the first game of the second set. And the players will switch ends. Yeah, in that first set, what really caught me by surprise was how poor Djokovic was with his forehand shots. I mean, he was missing by a long way. And even some of his backhand shots, but his forehand was the most obvious aspect part of his game that was just missing by a lot. And that's not usually like him by any means. So, chance to turn things around as Djokovic has had 10 winners, Brooksby with 5. But look at this, 11 unforced errors for Novak, 2 for Brooksby. So Brooksby will now serve down love 1 in set number 2. Wow, Brooksby now 21 of 25 on first serve efficiency. But he loses that first serve point. Love 15. And right as I was acknowledging how great he's been on first serve, he does have to go to his second serve this time, which is in play. And a lengthy rally here between the two. Oh, man. That's one Brooksby would love to have back. He had a lot of open court to shoot at, but the backhand effort into the net, that last point was 14 shots. It's now love 30. And if Djokovic can break here, well, perhaps Novak could be on his way to a comfortable second set. You never know. Too early to say, of course, but it's crucial for Brooksby to hold serve. Oh, what a drop shot. That is just absolute class from Djokovic. A class shot. That is remarkable. I mean, not many other players can execute this kind of shot. From the corner, cross court, forehand drop shot, just getting enough of it to make it die down right after it went over the net. Love 40, triple break point for Novak. It's a good response from Brooksby. Great serve. The return sailing long, 111 miles an hour on the serve. It's now 1540, but still some work to do for Brooksby if he wants to get back into the game. Brooksby going for the drop shot. Djokovic gets that one in play and will finish off the game. A big roar from Novak to the crowd. Well, that was an insane rally. That was bonkers. Djokovic down the line looked routine to finish off the point. It deflected off the net before going over. That gave Brooksby enough time to get to the ball. But then Brooksby's shot was handled by Djokovic quite well. And that's the break that Djokovic has been seeking. He takes a 2 games to love lead in the second set, and he'll now be on serve with a chance to really take firm control of this second set. Oh, he overshot that one on the forehand. Love 15. Yeah, that forehand still hasn't been as consistent as he'd prefer, of course. "40 minutes into the match at Arthur Ashe Stadium. Good rally here. Oh, and a bad error from Brooksby. Just a safe shot, but he put it long on the forehand. It's now 15 all. These fans at Arthur Ashe Stadium on the edge of their seats. Great primetime session tonight. It's a let first service. Djokovic will try again on the second serve. And despite that surprise domination of Djokovic by Brooksby in that first set, Brooksby is well aware that there's still a long way to go in this match, being a best of 5, of course. So he's going to have to dig in, especially after Djokovic had that break early on in this second set. Back and forth on the backhand. Now Djokovic to the forehand, closing in on the net. Brooksby can't get it over. Djokovic stays alive. The rally continues. Oh, wow. Novak Djokovic grinds out a point, and he's engaging with the crowd all right. They're getting into it 30-15, and my goodness, this is just remarkable stuff from Novak. Nothing really Brooksby could do. When all was said and done. And so 30-15 here. First serve is long. Djokovic seeking a commanding 3-0 second set lead. Another lengthy rally. Djokovic going for power, but it eventually leads to an error. His forehand sails long, and Brooksby just stayed disciplined throughout the rally, and it pays off 30 all. Yeah, that was a rally where one was waiting for the other to make a mistake, and eventually it came from Djokovic. And quite frankly, Brooksby couldn't have done a whole lot different than staying alive in the points, because Djokovic was going for power each shot. That's the 10th forehand error from Novak tonight. But he bounces back with a great serve. Brooksby unable to return. It's 40-30. Game point for Djokovic. And he'll hold serve. The return is long from Brooksby. And after Novak Djokovic was surprisingly dominating the opening set, it looks like the roles are being reversed here in the second set. 3-0. Djokovic leading set number 2 on Ashe. So after Brooksby took the first set 6-1 over Djokovic, it's been an entirely different story here in the second set. 3-0. Djokovic in front. Brooksby now serving, trying to win his first game of the second set. Gorgeous night for tennis in Flushing Meadows, New York. That's a backhand error from Brooksby, love 15. And if Djokovic breaks again here in this game, then this second set could be wrapped up very soon. Certainly been a fascinating start to this match as the return from Djokovic is long, 15 all. And yeah, Brooksby simply has to be on his game when serving, or else Djokovic could have, an easier time than maybe many expected in coming back. We'll see. Oh, another forehand error from Novak. I believe that's the 11th. He went wide trying to play it down the line. It's 30-15. And yeah, I don't know what's up with the forehand of Djokovic. It's been off from the start. Ooh, the rally's still going. And eventually it goes wide on the forehand of Brooksby. 30 all. Well, that's a point he'll want to have back. As much as I've been highlighting the forehand errors from Djokovic, Brooksby has been having some similar issues on his forehand, mainly in the second set, of course. But that's a nice recovery. The serve can't be returned by Djokovic. Game point at 40-30. Brooksby looking for his first game of the second set. Oh, wow. Well, really a perfectly placed backhand shot from Djokovic. Brooksby outstretched, couldn't get it over the net. The 20-year-old ranked 99th in the world. It's from Sacramento, California. Career record of 12-6. His career major record 4-3. This is his first time reaching the round of 16. Still so early on in his career. And here he is up against the world's best player. Into a deuce. Oh, what a wild return that was from Djokovic. And Brooksby wins the point. It looked like he may have been in some trouble. Had to get down at the net. Still able to elevate the ball enough and get it over for the point add in. Well, yeah, Brooksby his momentum was bringing him to his right, had to readjust and head to his left. Got there, stretching out to win the point. He's 5 of 8 on net points won. Djokovic, on the other hand, 6 of 11 at the net. So another game point for Brooksby. Oh my, and he completely shanked that forehand. Back to a deuce. Well, I guess you could say Brooksby coming into this match has had more experiences in longer matches than Djokovic. Of course, you could counter that with the fatigue factor for Brooksby, but then again, the experience of playing long matches, you never know, could play to his advantage. That's long from Djokovic. Advantage Brooksby once again. "51 minutes played so far in the match." It was a rather quick first set. The average rally, by the way, between these two has been 6 shots. And Brooksby will try again here after a let first serve. This one's in play. Oh man, and another forehand error from the American. That's long. Deuce number 3, and this is turning into a longer game. Maybe it looked like it was going to be just a few minutes ago. A deep breath from Brooksby, who's had 3 game points in this game. Longer rally between the two. Oh, that gets over. Brooksby finishes him off at the net. That's wonderfully played by the American. His shot before that was awfully close in the right corner, but the slice was just in play, and Djokovic helpless at that point. Even though the return was in, the overhead finish means it's add in for Brooksby once more. Can he finally shut the door in this game? Well, that first service, trying to go out wide. He'll try again. That is in. Djokovic making Brooksby move quite a bit. But in the end, Brooksby holds the backhand shot long from Djokovic. And it's 3-1 Novak in front of the second set. Reminder, the WNBA season continues Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. The Minnesota Lynx take on the Las Vegas Aces. And welcome into the broadcast van. Glad to have you here. Yeah, I know. USA Soccer is not doing very good right now. A poor start to their World Cup qualifying campaign. Nothing else you can really say. That was a disappointing result last night against Canada. Djokovic now serving, up 3-1, but Brooksby trying to come back in this set. He'll need to break at one point, of course. 15-love. Djokovic with a nice serve to start out the game. Here comes his second serve. Oh, wow. And he went long on the backhand. It's another uncharacteristic error from Novak. 15-all. And I should mention for Jenson Brooksby, obviously, he's got nothing to lose. 20-year-old, his first year as a professional. You know, it's really a David versus Goliath situation, but why not give it everything you've got and try to beat the world number one who's in pursuit of history, trying to achieve a calendar grand slam, 4 wins away from doing that. Oh, that's great from Brooksby. Djokovic staying alive, but Brooksby composed as you like at the net. Taps one to the open court and earns the point. Deservedly so. That was great work by Brooksby, commanding, or rather being in control of that point. And that makes it here in the fifth game of the second set. By the way, Brooksby has had 7 out of 10 net points won. That makes it 15-30. Oh, but what a serve that is from Novak, 30 all, 121 miles an hour. And sometimes you just don't have an answer to the serve of Djokovic. That was one of those times. The chair umpire reminding the crowd to quiet down when the player is set to serve. This crowd's certainly into it. You got to give them that, as they've been all tournament long. It's been a great, great atmosphere with fans back in attendance at the U.S. Open. Another forehand mistake. Djokovic continually overshooting with that forehand, and it's 30-40 break point for Brooksby. He's won 2 of 4 break points, and if he can win this one, then he's right back into the set, the American. And this crowd making plenty of noise again. That's the 12th forehand error from Djokovic, and we're only in the second set here. I mean, completely uncharacteristic for the world number one. But he bounces back with an extremely impressive serve, this time 123. No return from Brooksby, and we go to a deuce. And what a rally here. Both players along the baseline. And Brooksby with the winner down the line. That is brilliant. Djokovic started to inch closer to the net, and Brooksby found the open alleyway and took full advantage. Add out for Novak Djokovic. Breakpoint number 2 for the 20-year-old American. We are exactly an hour into the match, and boy, has it been an entertaining first hour. Djokovic taking time on the serve, and understandably so, because he goes down the middle with an 121-mile-an-hour ace, and we're back to a deuce. That's the 4th ace from Novak. Brooksby yet to serve up an ace in this match. Here's the second serve. Thanks, everyone, for your company tonight. Much appreciated, as always. And we're into the second week of the U.S. Open. This is when it gets exciting with the quarterfinals getting underway tomorrow. Another great rally between these two. And in the end, it's a Djokovic backhand error. That sets up another break point chance for Brooksby. That was an 18-point rally. Sorry, an 18-shot point. And it's advantage Brooksby, his third break point of the game. Surely he'll capitalize on one of these break points. He can't let go of these golden opportunities to get back into the second set. The chair umpire once again having to just remind the crowd to quiet down. Djokovic deferring to his second serve here. And that's well done again. The return from Brooksby just long. That serve 117. And how about another deuce? This is the never-ending game, it feels like. Djokovic has won 7 of his 14 second serve points. And he'll win this point here on the first serve. The serve set the tone, and the forehand winner gives him advantage in the deuce. 6th forehand winner from Novak. And I'll tell you what, Djokovic, if he can hold right here, that would be a big, big hold because Brooksby had 3 opportunities to break. Once again, a rather conservative rally. That one gets over the net. And they still go. Surely the longest rally of the match. And Djokovic puts it wide. Unreal. That rally right there has the crowd on their feet. The slice forehand shot just inches wide from Djokovic. I mean, that's as close as you can get. And let's see the technology. Yep, it was wide by the slimmest of margins. Deuce number 4. An epic game here. First serve wide. You could see the idea from Novak. Second serve on the way. And I'll tell you what, just based on how long this game has been, whichever way it goes will be a big decider in the second set, you have to think. Brooksby at the net. And Djokovic puts it on the line. Oh my. I mean, not really much else Brooksby could have done. That's just Djokovic working his magic. And it's add in for him once more. I mean, my goodness. Brooksby at the net. Overhead shot. Djokovic pulling a trick out of his pocket. Forehand down the line, slipping it by Brooksby. And, yep, that ball clipping the line. Very close call, but the technology makes all the calls now, and it was indeed the right decision. Oh, that's great from Brooksby. And he finishes off the point. Wonderful job. I mean, that is top-notch tennis right there. We go to deuce number 5. Numero 5 here on Ash Stadium. And the crowd is appreciating every moment of this. I mean, Djokovic with a powerful backhand, and Brooksby just placing it with the forehand to the other side of the court. That's brilliant. And another deuce, why not? The 5th one. Djokovic to the net. Oh, it's wide. Unbelievable. Break point number 4 coming for Brooksby. Novak decided to come to the net right away after the serve, and that decision comes to bite him. Brooksby is 2 of 7 on break points 1. The crowd trying to get behind him here. His 4th break point of the game. Will he get it done, or will Djokovic bring us to a 6th deuce? First serve is wide, and here comes the second serve. That is in. Djokovic. Easy point at the net. His serve set the tone, and we go to a 6th deuce indeed. My oh my, this is just remarkable. And I don't know the game duration exactly. And there it is. Right as I said it, they put it up on the screen. Over 12 minutes into this game. Wow. Deuce number 6. And I can't understate how crucial this game is, because if Brooksby can break, well, the second set is wide open again. If Djokovic can hold, then he'll be in prime position to close out the set. Oh, wow. Backhand shot into the net from Novak. And how about a 5th break point here for Brooksby? My, oh my, this has been incredible. Brooksby holding his own, and that would be an understatement. The fans told to quiet down once again. They're too excited. Here comes the second serve from Djokovic. Brooksby with another break point. Oh my! He put it long. Brooksby had his chance down the line. Too much power on the backhand, and a 7th deuce is coming. The fans are having a laugh themselves. I mean, I don't think I've seen anything like this before. A 7th deuce. Unreal. 15 minutes into the game. Wow. Oh, and that's a beautiful ace out wide. More like it from Djokovic. And another game point for him. Can he finally put this game away? That was his 5th ace tonight. Brooksby absolutely digging in. Here comes the second serve. Oh, wow. This game will never end, folks. Deuce number 8. Djokovic unable to connect on the forehand shot down the line. 16 minutes in this game so far. I mean, this is unbelievable. This is already more than half of the how long the first set took. I mean, my goodness, this is bonkers. An 8th deuce and another ace out wide from Djokovic. An 109-mile-an-hour ace, his 6th tonight. And another opportunity to shut the door here for Novak in this game. This is the 22nd point of the game. Wow. Second serve. Oh, wow. He double faults. You can't make this up. Deuce number 9. And that's the first double fault of the match from either player. And it couldn't come at a worse moment for Novak Djokovic. Game point so many times and unable to shut the door. We're approaching 18 minutes into the game. Sweat pouring off Djokovic. Once again, forced to go to that. He's once again forced to go to that second serve. Point Brooksby. A passionate roar from the American. The backhand shot sailed long from Djokovic. 6th break point for Brooksby. And a chance for him to close it out. This is the 24th point of the game coming up. I haven't seen a tiebreak as epic, or sorry, not a tiebreak, a deuce as epic as this. First serve into the net, second serve coming from Djokovic. I mean, this has been absolutely unreal. Here comes the second serve. That's in. And finally, the game ends. It's a break for Brooksby, the American. Didn't back down, a resilient effort, and we're back on serve. Truly unreal. Brooksby. Motivated, I should say, by this crowd, and perhaps motivating the crowd as well. I'm back for more after this. Brooksby on serve after the break. Wow. Well, I hope you guys took a deep breath after an epic marathon game in which ultimately Brooksby won. His sixth break point was finally the one he won. And not to mention how many game points Djokovic had. So 3-2, Djokovic still in front in the set, but now Brooksby on serve. And he's won the last two games. Oh, it's a great backhand shot into the open court. Not enough time for Novak to recover. It's 15-love. An hour and 18 into the match, and it seems like half of the match was just that last game. Oh, he overshot that forehand. Looking to go down the line. Brooksby 15 all. Nothing like prime time at the U.S. Open. There's something special about it. And Djokovic, very familiar playing in prime time at the U.S. Open. Brooksby, not so much. His first ever match on ash, never mind in prime time. Oh man, Djokovic trying to go for the backhand slice drop shot, and that did not go over well. It's into the net 30-15. That's the 13th unforced error of the set for Djokovic. Brooksby has had 9 on the other hand. Second serve now from Brooksby. Oh, that's well done by Novak. Forehand into the corner, 30 all. By the way, I meant to bring this up earlier. Jenson Brooksby is the lone American left at the U.S. Open in the men's or women's draw. No American women are left after Shelby Rogers unfortunately lost earlier today to the 18-year-old British sensation Emma Raducanu. And so now Brooksby, the last American remaining, men or women. Oh, wow. That's beautiful from Brooksby. Down the line, backhand. Talk about perfect placement, 40-30 game point. That is just perfect from Brooksby. 5th backhand winner for him. Djokovic has had 0 backhand winners so far tonight. Oh, Djokovic gets there. Brooksby, the overhead. Can Djokovic return and play? Yes. The rally carries on. Oh, wow. Point Djokovic. Brooksby will have to catch his breath after that unreal rally. The longest tonight, 26 shots. And we go to a deuce, maybe some deja vu here. The average rally has gone up a bit. It's now 6.7 shots, and Brooksby's hunched over at the moment to wipe himself down. He's out of breath at the moment. All the while, that serve clock ticks down. 10 seconds now to put the ball in play. He brought it down to the final second. First serve into the net. He may not really mind that because it's a more of an opportunity to catch his breath here. Second serve is in. And Brooksby's backhand is long. Advantage Djokovic. Break point for the Serb. Djokovic 1 for 3 on break points won. And it looked like that 26-shot rally a little while ago just took all the air out of Brooksby, understandably so. And if Djokovic breaks here, that would just be a killer for the American. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, my. That's unbelievable. Brooksby putting on a show with Djokovic tonight. He clipped the line on the cross-court backhand shot. And right when you think this match can't get better, it does. I mean, the crowd is into it, understandably so. I mean, we're just witnessing some unreal rallies. We're back to a deuce as Brooksby staves off a break point. Wow. Welcome into the broadcast, Mitchell. Thanks for tuning in. Absolutely, man. Brooksby is doing fantastic right now. I mean, this guy is giving it everything he has and more. I can't believe this effort from him. He is making Djokovic work. At the same time, Djokovic is making Brooksby work. These two are definitely putting on a great show here in the second set. Djokovic to the net, and the forehand shot won't make it over for Brooksby. Break point number 2 now for Novak. Does Brooksby have it in him to stave off another break point? This game so far, 8 minutes in. Not quite as long as the last game, but still up there with one of the longest. That shot just clipping the baseline. And Djokovic breaks. Charging to the net, the cross-court forehand winner. And once again, Novak is up by a break. And a stare down afterwards as well. Wow. That's just a perfect shot. Brooksby couldn't even make contact with the racket, lunging out. Beautiful finish from Novak, and he'll now serve up a break right back to where he was before. And once again, Brooksby will have to break. Well, that is a gut punch, really, for the 20-year-old American. But we've seen he has plenty of resilience in him, and we'll see if he can answer right back. It'll certainly be a tough task, down by 2 games with Djokovic on serve here in the second set. That return sails long, 15-love. An hour and 27 into the match, and I have a feeling we're only getting started. Oh, what a drop shot. Djokovic gets there. Brooksby lofting it over his head and finishes it off at the net. A great effort by Djokovic to extend the rally, but Brooksby, composed as you like, makes it 15 all. Wow. Yeah, Brooksby seemed like he had that point under control, despite Djokovic doing a great job of staying alive, at least for a few more shots. Brooksby 9 of 13 net points won. Both players rallying at the baseline. And that's a bad error from Brooksby. His backhand shot went wide, 30-15 Djokovic. Djokovic 12 of 18 first serve points won in this set. Trying to reclaim a 3-game lead in the set. And that's one way to do it. Too powerful of a serve, 119 miles an hour, 40-15 game point. The average time between serve points for both players, 29 seconds. Now, the serve clock is 25 seconds, but sometimes they start that, a few seconds after the point ends, and they're giving these guys some leeway considering how hard they're both going at it. That return is long, and so the 3-game lead restored by Djokovic here in set number 2. What a battle on Arthur Ashe Stadium. I'll be back after the break. Stay tuned. Well, the fans certainly taking it all in tonight at the U.S. Open. And even for those fans that didn't get tickets inside Ashe for prime time tonight at the night session, those that were on the outside courts earlier in the day, or even on Armstrong, are watching from just outside Ashe Stadium and taking this one in, because what a battle it's been between Novak Djokovic and Jenson Brooksby. Brooksby now serving at 2-5 in the second set. And that's wide from Novak, 15 love. Brooksby ranked 99 in the world, and we all know Djokovic is ranking 1. And he's in pursuit of a calendar grand slam. He's one game away from knotting this up at 1 set apiece. But who knows the way this match has been going. And there's Brooksby with the backhand winner. 30 love. As he went down the line. That's the 7th backhand winner from Brooksby, and still none for Novak. A fault on the first serve. Here's the second serve. That is in. Oh, and too much on the forehand from Djokovic. 40 love. Brooksby with a game point. Here's the second serve from Brooksby. Oh, that's a superb return from Djokovic. 40-15. The coaches of both players, I should say, watching on anxiously. And it's another fine return from Djokovic, this time down the line with the forehand. It's 40-30, and just like that, some pressure on Brooksby. Here's the second serve. Oh, and a mishit return way off the mark from Djokovic. So a hold from Brooksby to make it 5-3 Djokovic in the second set. But now Novak will serve for the set, trying to close it out and tie this match at 1 set apiece. Yeah, those couple of lengthy games in the middle of the set certainly took a lot out of Brooksby. You can tell he's breathing heavy out there. And we'll see how that affects him the rest of the way, because Djokovic is a player who is just so fit that he never seems to breathe heavy, no matter what. It's unbelievable. That shot into the net from Brooksby, 15 love. Djokovic 3 points away from taking the set. Serving for the set is Novak Djokovic. Oh, what a shot. And a cheeky finish to the point. Brooksby had to reroute. 30 love. And the finish line of the second set is within sight for Djokovic. Oh, man. Djokovic came to the net, but Brooksby's forehand shot couldn't get over. It's triple set point for Novak at 40 love. In the second set, Djokovic has saved 5 of 6 break points, by the way. And that's been a key for him compared to that abysmal first set for his standards. And he'll take the set. One set apiece. What started out as a best of 5 becomes a best of 3. It was Brooksby dominating the first set 6-1. Djokovic, however, takes the second set 6-3. To the third set we go at Arthur Ashe Stadium. Buckle in. It's a great round of 16 matchup in a David versus Goliath type of situation. But Brooksby not backing down. A crucial second set won by the Joker. Third set after the break. It's an epic battle in the round of 16 between Novak Djokovic and Jenson Brooksby under the lights at Arthur Ashe Stadium. These fans have been in for a treat. It was a 29-minute first set in which Brooksby breezed through, but then a different story in the second set. Djokovic taking it 6-3 in a set that lasted 68 minutes, and in large part due to that long game in the middle of the set, which went to 8 deuces and was nearly 20 minutes. So we have a certain situation taking place here in between the second and third set, where Brooksby was having a pretty lengthy conversation with the chair umpire. And now he'll require medical attention. The athletic trainer finally coming out. And I believe Djokovic has gone into the locker room for a moment as well. So not really sure what is going on at the moment, but yep, there is Djokovic. So he's coming back out onto the court. And didn't look like Brooksby actually needed much treatment. And now as Djokovic returns to the court, he's telling the athletic trainer, while you're out here, can I have some treatment? So a bit of a bizarre changeover here in between sets. I don't think I've seen anything like this in recent memory, or maybe ever, but kind of fascinating situation. Looks like Brooksby's ready to get back on the court. Djokovic, meanwhile, taking some tablets, who knows for what. probably an anti-inflammatory. And the athletic trainer done working on him. Well, not working on him, but providing him with those tablets. And so let's go. Let's go to the third set, shall we? About an hour and 42 into the match, and this could be a long, long night. Sure, you guys don't mind that. All right, so here we go. What happens now? Brooksby took the first set 6-1. Djokovic winning the second set 6-3. And so now, with this match tied at 1 set apiece, it becomes a best of 3 the rest of the way. Both players back on the court, and we're ready for action. Brooksby will serve the opening game of the third set. Time since the last point, about 6 minutes. And off we go. The third set underway as the first serve is wide. One set apiece here between Djokovic and Brooksby. And the first point of the third set goes Brooksby's way. Backhand shot into the net from Djokovic. And as I mentioned, he hasn't had a single backhand winner. So 15 love. And yeah, in between the second and third set, Brooksby was having a lot of deep breaths. It still seems like he's trying to recover from some of those really long and brutal rallies in that second set. Thanks, John, for tuning in. Greg Berhalter is a joke. Yeah, he could be. Yeah, my patience is running out with him. That's for certain. I'll put it that way. And there's a winner by Djokovic at the net, 15 all. Oh, that's a great serve. Djokovic keeps the rally going. And that's wide from Brooksby. He completely messed up his footing there. He had to back his way up. And that makes it 15-30. Yeah, I have no idea, John. I can't answer you on that. I don't know why he waited until like what, the 83rd minute to finally make changes. That was just something I did not understand whatsoever. Oh man, a backhand error this time from Brooksby. That sails long, and right away to start this third set, it's double break point for Djokovic at 15-40. Yeah, that last point, that was an easy miss. And maybe that fatigue starting to kick in for Jenson Brooksby. Oh, wow. That return into the net from Novak, 30-40. Breakpoint number 2. Yeah, Brooksby has suffered a bit of a lapse here to begin this third set. That's how I'd put it. But he's still in this game. Second break point for Djokovic. Oh, man. That first serve is long. Now all the pressure on here for the second serve. He does put that in play. We go to a deuce. A forehand error from Novak. Djokovic's forehand shot landed just beyond the baseline. And Djokovic is giving Brooksby a chance here to hold serve. But in typical Djokovic fashion, he responds with a backhand winner out wide. Advantage Djokovic, breakpoint number 3 for him. Second serve on the way from Brooksby. You have to think Brooksby, he just simply has to hold here, or else he could be in serious trouble going forward in this third set. Because breaking against Djokovic, no easy feat. Oh, wow. What a rally here. And Djokovic pulls through. Brooksby running left and right. And ultimately, Djokovic breaks. And that could be key here in the third set. Well, a second set recap. It was a very intriguing set because it looked for sure like it would be Djokovic's set with ease, but then a break from Brooksby in that marathon game really changed the outlook of the set. But Djokovic would break back and then pull through 6-3 in that second set. And the momentum, you can tell, is back on Novak Djokovic's side after getting completely outplayed in that opening set. He's bounced back as we'd expect him to. But yeah, this third set, obviously, just so huge in the overall scheme of things. Because in a 1-all match, going into that third set, whoever takes that third set is obviously in prime position to close it out. And it's going to take a lot of resiliency, grit, and determination from the heavy underdog, Jenson Brooksby, if he wants to somehow pull off what would be the biggest upset of the tournament, I think you have to say. So now Djokovic serving. Up a break already, and that's a forehand winner. Out wide, 15-love. Djokovic does have a 24-match major winning streak. He's now 11 sets away from winning a calendar Grand Slam, which would just be unreal. Oof. And they still go. The rally carrying on. And Djokovic couldn't execute the backhand off the top of the net, and it fell on his side. A bit of misfortune, you could say. Brooksby will take it 15-all. That last point, 20 shots. The average rally in this match, 6.4 shots. First serve is wide. Here comes the second serve from Djokovic. That's in play. Oh, that one escapes over. And point Brooksby. Powerful forehand. Djokovic had no answer. 15-30. Brooksby trying to break right back, which is, of course, no easy feat. Yeah, that was just a laser of a forehand at Djokovic. It was relatively close to the net. Oh, Djokovic controlling the point from the start, and Brooksby left helpless. 30 all. Yeah, the ability by Brooksby to play defense has been impressive, but against Djokovic, there's only so much you can do defensively before you eventually are forced to surrender. Wow. Great rally. And Brooksby has a break point at 30-40. A forehand effort from Djokovic into the net. And what a chance here for the 20-year-old American. And now Djokovic with his hands on his knees after that point. Both these players starting to really feel the effects of how this match has played out, where both players giving it their all at 100 miles an hour. And depending on how far this match goes, we might not even be midway through. And there's a great serve from Djokovic, 118 miles an hour. Djokovic getting real passionate out there. A shout to his box. Deuce here in the second game of the third set. An hour 55 on court for both of these players. This match started at about 7:15 p.m. local time. Both players going to that slice. Oh, and it ultimately ends in a backhand error. Advantage Djokovic. Look at the points won by shots. Under 5, Djokovic has won 64% of them. 5-9, 55% for Brooksby. Over 9, 59% of those points won by Brooksby. So the longer the rallies, the more you'd favor Brooksby to come out on top. We shall see how those statistics alter going forward, or if they do. Oh, wow. Great job by Brooksby. And he comes out with the points. Wow. He kept going to the backhand of Djokovic, his weak spot, at least tonight. That was a 20-shot rally. And that's what I mean by how brutal this match has been for both players so far, because they have had some epic rallies that take a lot of energy out of you. We're back to a deuce. Great effort by Brooksby, but Djokovic at the net gives himself another game point. Add in for Novak. This has just been an all-out battle between these two players. Djokovic with 16 out of 26 net points won. And there's an ace. It didn't come easy for Djokovic, but in the end, he holds serve and takes a 2-games-to-love lead in the third set. And so now serving will be Brooksby. What a great crowd on hand tonight at Arthur Ashe Stadium. A packed house to witness this one. A lot of fans who maybe got some food, have to wait for the next changeover before they can return to their seats. Those of you who watch tennis consistently, you know that they're very strict with, when fans can talk, when they can move during play. That's wide from Novak, 15-love. Oh, will he get there? Yes! But he put it wide. Once again, Brooksby just with an incredible effort, but on the cross-court shot, put it marginally wide to make it 15 all. Let first service from Brooksby. And we are exactly 2 hours into the match and just early on in the third set. Oh, that's brilliant. Backhand shot into the open court by Brooksby, 30-15. Oh, man. An incredible forehand from Djokovic. He wants to hear the support. 30 all. 12th forehand winner from Novak. Brooksby in legitimate danger of going down double break. But that forehand sails along from Djokovic, 40-30. Game point Brooksby. Now Djokovic expressing his frustration to his box. Oh, man. Brooksby misses the bunny right at the net. That could be costly. Once again, deuce. And that gives Djokovic another chance to break. Oh, wow. Advantage Brooksby again. Forehand shot into the net from Novak. Another game point. First serve long. Here's the second serve from Brooksby, the lone American left at the U.S. Open, men or women. Oh, great job by Djokovic. 40 all again. Back to a deuce. Is this another one of those grinded out type of games for Brooksby? This time on serve, and it feels like a game he has to have to give him a shot in this third set. Oh, man. Well, that's why Djokovic is the best player in the world right there. Just rip the forehand cross court. Not even time to react for Brooksby. Wow, on a line. That's just on another level. Winner speed 90 miles an hour. Jeez. And so add out break point for Djokovic. And Djokovic breaks. That's a tough one to swallow for Brooksby. A 3 games to love lead for Novak Djokovic. Up 2 breaks, and he'll be on serve right after this. It's prime time at the US Open, and it's not disappointing on night 8 of the tournament, or officially into week 2 of the tournament. Hope all of you are having a wonderful Labor Day, and still more to come in prime time at the US Open. Coming up next, it'll be Sakari, 17th ranked player of Greece, taking on 6th ranked Andreescu. Should be a great women's round of 16 matchup, the last one of the day. And then on both the men's and women's side after tonight, the quarterfinals will be set, which begin tomorrow. The winners of today's matches will play their quarterfinal matches on Wednesday, and then we'll have the women's semis on Thursday, the men's on Friday, the women's final Saturday, and the men's final on Sunday, as is the tradition at the U.S. Open. So here we go. Djokovic serving up 3-love in the third set. Brooksby, I should say, has changed again. I meant to mention after the first set, he changed from a black shirt to a red shirt. Now he's back into a black shirt. I assume it's a new one than the one he was wearing in the opening set. That backhand shot is long. Love 15. Brooksby really up against it now. Look at the first serve speeds. The average for Djokovic, 119 miles an hour. For Brooksby, 107. Fastest serve, 130 for the Joker. 117 on the other hand for Brooksby. Oh, you could see what Brooksby was trying to do. He saw Djokovic coming to the net, but the cross-court forehand shot is well wide, 15-all. Djokovic attacking the net immediately. Brooksby's backhand shot can't get over. It's 30-15. Two hours, 9 minutes into the match. As I mentioned, Sakkari and Andreescu still to come here on Ash. Let's second service. Powerful forehand down the line. And Brooksby with the backhand winner. The crowd appreciating that shot. 30-all. That point is what I should say. Oh, man. That's a lethal forehand shot down the line. And Djokovic with plenty of time to think about that shot. Forehand winner at the net. Game point, 40-30. Game Djokovic. 4 games to love. He's cruising here in the third set. Brooksby with no answer. Well, this week on Sunday Night Baseball, it'll be the Subway Series. The New York Yankees go down the road to Citi Field to take on the New York Mets. That's Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Citi Field, actually within sight from the Billie Jean King National Tennis Center, where the U.S. Open takes place. Djokovic, by the way, has now won 9 of the last 12 games. First point of this game goes to Brooksby, 15-love. And you wonder does Brooksby decide to conserve his energy for the fourth and hopefully for him a fifth set, or Does he try to battle back in this third set, thinking the only shot he's got at winning this match is taking this third set? It'll be interesting to see his mindset. Now 30 love. Backhand into the net from Djokovic, 40 love. Game point Brooksby, and he'll certainly, if he can close this game out here, he'll certainly take that. There hasn't been a lot of quick games outside of that first set, which feels like a whole nother match compared to the second and third set. That second set was just an absolute grind. Oh, cross court. Backhand return is wide, so Brooksby finally on the board in this third set. Djokovic still in firm control, 4-1. He leads set number 3. Back with more from New York after the break. Welcome back to coverage of prime time at the U.S. Open. Djokovic, after dropping the first set 6-1, seems like he's well on his way to a 2-1 lead. We'll see. He's 2 games away from doing just that on serve here, up 4-1 in the third set. Oh man, he went for the cheeky drop shot, but couldn't get it over the net. Love 15. Can Brooksby somehow find it deep down within him to get back into this third set? The winner, by the way, faces 6th ranked Matteo Berrettini of Italy in the quarterfinals. On Wednesday. Oh, Brooksby put that forehand shot wide, 15 all. And look who's in attendance. Coach Boomer Esiason, who used to be an NFL coach, of course, now an NFL analyst for CBS. Or sorry, Bill Cowher is what I meant to say. Coach Bill Cowher, not Boomer Esiason. I tend to mix up those two. Bill Cowher in attendance. And it's now 30-15. Djokovic 2 points away from a 5-1 lead. Bill Cowher seems to be having a good time. Enjoying himself before he'll be plenty busy with the NFL season starting next week. There's a nice overhead winner at the net. 40-15, game point Djokovic. Oh, wow. A forehand shot from Djokovic into the net. 40-30. Second chance for Djokovic to close out this game. 2 hours, 18 minutes into the match. And that's game. Attacking the net, Djokovic has no problem. 5-1 here in the third set. And now Brooksby will serve to try to extend the set. It's becoming a really dire situation here for the American in this set anyways. Looks like he will drop the set, and then the focus will have to immediately shift to that fourth set. Next match on Ash Stadium after this one will be Maria Sakkari against Bianca Andreescu. Probably my most anticipated matchup of the round of 16 in the women's draw. So probably will stay up late for that one. But I won't be on the call for that one just because I'd have no voice by then if I did stay to call that match. But yeah, I'll probably stay up for it. I don't have school tomorrow, which is great because it's Rosh Hashanah. 15 all. There we go. First ace from Brooksby tonight. It finally has come for the American because his serve isn't, one of his strong points by any means. It's okay, don't get me wrong, but we were awaiting the first ace, and there it was from Brooksby. But then that forehand shot is put wide, 15-30. Djokovic is 2 points away from taking this third set in dominant fashion. Oh, what a shot! The drop shot from Brooksby, 30 all, and that was a really big decision to make in that moment, but man, did it pay off. Two-handed backhand drop shot with a whole lot of slice on it too. Plenty of backspin, and Djokovic giving the thumbs up to Brooksby after that. He just had to give credit where it was due that time around. And that return sails long. Game point for Brooksby at 40-30. First serve is long. Here comes the second serve. Brooksby trying to extend the set with a hold of serve here. And he does. Forehand error from Djokovic, and that'll make it 5-2. Well, the set not done quite yet, but after the break, Djokovic will serve for the set. I'll be back in a moment. 45 minutes into the third set, and just about 2 hours and 25 minutes into the match, and a chance here for Djokovic to serve for the set. And it looked like Brooksby, during that commercial break, was communicating to the chair umpire that he wanted a medical timeout, the next changeover, which could end up being at the end of the set. We'll see. So that is a sign of concern for the American, but we'll monitor that situation. And Djokovic, with a miss at the net, sent it long. Love 15. Here comes the second serve from Novak. Oh, perfect placement down the line, and it's finally a backhand winner for Djokovic. 15 all. In fact, that was, I believe, the first backhand winner of the match, or if not his second, 12th winner of the set for Djokovic. It's a great serve out wide. No return from Brooksby. 30-15. 2 points away is Djokovic from claiming the third set. And there's an ace out wide. The reaction from Brooksby said it all. He had no shot at that one. Double set point, 40-15. And the third set goes to Djokovic. 6-2. He's finding a rhythm at last. 2-1. Djokovic in front. Brooksby will now really have to dig deep. Trailing 2-1. Fourth set on the other side of the break. Don't miss it. We could have some more drama in the fourth set. We shall see. Welcome back to prime time at the U.S. Open. Just under 2.5 hours into the match. 3 sets in the books after Djokovic dropped the first one He's now won the last two and trying to close this one out in 4. Brooksby will serve in the first game of the 4th set. And now the American has his back against the wall. What can he do? Can he work some magic? We shall see. This should be a very interesting 4th set. Or has Brooksby just run out of gas at the end of the night? We'll see. 4th set underway. Well, a good rally to start off. In the end, it was a backhand shot into the net, love 15. And yeah, in between the 3rd and 4th set minutes ago, Brooksby was having that left thigh worked on by the athletic trainer. As I mentioned, he was asking for a medical timeout at the next changeover. And that's sent wide, love 30. You can tell Brooksby is just losing confidence, it seems, by the minute. And if he can't start this 4th set off strong, this match could be over rather soon. Oh, wow. Djokovic got there and wins the point. Wow. That is just elite from Novak Djokovic. Triple break point for him now at love 40. And Brooksby going to that signature drop shot of his. And Djokovic saying, well, you'll have to come up with something else. A thunderous overhead winner. Second serve from Brooksby. Oh, and he double faults to give a break to Djokovic. That's not the way Brooksby wanted to start this 4th set by any means. And for those of you just joining and not really up to date of what's happened in this match, well, you're probably a bit, amused by the scoreline, and rightfully so. It was a shock first set, really, because Brooksby just cruised to a first set victory, 6-1. He broke Djokovic twice, and it was just a really shocking start to the match. And Brooksby actually won that set in about 30 minutes. Now, the second set was really the key, in my opinion, because it was a 68-minute set, even though it was just 9 games. Big reason was one of the games went to 8 deuces, lasted about 20 minutes, and it was won by Brooksby, actually. But that, even though he won that game, it took a lot of energy out of him, and Djokovic didn't really seem fazed by it, and bounced back by breaking right back and ultimately taking the second set 6-3. And then the third set was rather comfortable for Djokovic, 6-2. And here we are in the 4th set where all the momentum is on Djokovic's side, and he's already up a break here. There's a nice forehand winner by Brooksby, love 15. Once again, Djokovic going to that second serve. And that's a point for him. Played it deep He did to Brooksby what Brooksby was doing to Djokovic early on, which was playing those deep shots right around the feet. Djokovic has had 7 wins this year in majors after losing the first set, which is tied for the most in a single year in the Open era. It's now 15 all. So despite dropping that first set, it usually doesn't affect Djokovic all that much. Odds are he's going to come back and win. And that's a backhand winner down the line. 30-15. Djokovic is rolling at this stage. And that's overshot by Brooksby. He just has nothing left in the tank. 40-15 game point. Fault on the first serve. Second serve is in. Oh man, they're still going, and Brooksby with the point. It's a job well done. Hard-earned point, 16 shots. Seemed like double that. But he really stepped up his game here in this rally. Can Brooksby somehow find a second burst of energy? Because he'll need it. It's now 40-30, Djokovic. Once again, second serve coming from Novak. And that's game. Forehand winner. 2 games to love. Djokovic leads. Intelligent play from Novak. And now Brooksby will serve. This is simply put a game he has to win, or else I don't see any chance of him coming back. Djokovic has now won 8 of the last 10 games. That's just the way it's gone lately. It's all Djokovic at the moment. Can Brooksby somehow get this crowd back into it? Backhand return into the net, 15 love. This crowd has gone quiet a bit now that Djokovic has really taken this match over. Brooksby really using up most of that serve clock. Oh man, Djokovic once again going for power. But the forehand shot hits the net, 30 love. Oh, how about an ace? That's out of nowhere from Brooksby. 40 love, 109 miles an hour up the middle. Game point. It's just his second ace, and it could be a big one. Game Brooksby. Well, that'll get the crowd into it. 2-1. Brooksby trying to hang in there here in the fourth set. I'm back after the break. Stay right where you are. Fourth set on Ash. 2-1. Djokovic leads. He also leads 2-1. And he's now on serve in the fourth game of the fourth set. 2 hours, 41 minutes into the match. Oh, man. That's a great backhand cross-court winner from Djokovic, 15-love. Brooksby trying to hang in there. Will obviously need to break at some point this set. Why not now? That's another point for Djokovic, 30-love. His serve just too much to handle at times, and that last serve was one of those times. Oh, man. Brooksby misfired the backhand, 40-love, and a quick game point for Novak. Let first service. Djokovic will try again. And that's game. That serve can be lethal. 3-1, Djokovic on top in the fourth set. He's now stretching out a bit, Djokovic. Brooksby serving. Return is long, 15-love. Djokovic 3 games away from a round of 16 victory and a spot in the quarterfinals where Berrettini awaits. That would be a very, very exciting matchup. But it's really Djokovic's tournament to lose, isn't it? Let's see what Brooksby can do. Oh, wow, that was in play. And a backhand shot into the net. Well, there was a fan that absolutely screamed in the middle of the point. Looks like they've been spotted in the crowd having a bit of a laugh. Maybe some alcohol involved. that was out of nowhere, really. Oh wow, Djokovic put it wide, 30-15. About 13 minutes ago, apparently, Andy Roddick tweeted, "First he takes your legs, then he takes your soul." That about sums it up for any opponent facing Djokovic. Roddick, of course, the last American male to win a major. That's into the net from Djokovic, 40-15, game point for Brooksby. Apparently, Roddick actually had a winning record against Djokovic, 5-4. And that's game Brooksby, ace down the line, and the young man still playing with confidence. 3-2. Djokovic leading the 4th set. Back with more after this. Hope all of you are having a wonderful night, and what a match this has been. 2-1, Djokovic up, and he leads the 4th set 3-2. Djokovic now on serve. He's up a break. Trying to close out this match here in 4. Oh, man. A complete miss hit from Djokovic. Close to the net. Love 15. I'm not sure what went through his head there, but I did not see that coming, and the crowd is getting into it again. They're making plenty of noise. Oh, what a cross-court shot. And no chance for Brooksby after that. Winner at the net for Djokovic, 15 all. And that's an ace, 30-15. Djokovic turns around the game just like that. Oh, another great serve. 40-15 game point. Second serve on the way. And that's overshot by Brooksby. So Djokovic holds 4-2. He leads the fourth set. Brooksby will serve in need of a hold. And weather-wise, it's just a perfect night in Flushing, New York, just outside of New York City, where the U.S. Open takes place every year at this time. The winner of this match faces Matteo Berrettini in the quarterfinals on Wednesday. Love 15. Oh, that's a great winner. Forehand down the line. Djokovic couldn't get to it. 15 all. And no matter what the final result of this match ends up being, this kid Jenson Brooksby at just 20 years of age has such a bright future ahead. If he can develop a lethal serve, or at least a better one than he has right now, he can be a potential top 15 player, I think. Obviously, it's too early to say that, but future is bright for him. And he was left hopeless on that point. Djokovic charging to the net. 15-30. The next match on Ash Stadium will feature Maria Sakkari and Bianca Andreescu. Should be a great battle. Look at the ATP ranking over the years for Brooksby. In 2018, he was 1,621st. 2019, he was 266. 2020, 307. And currently 99. He did have a bout with multiple injuries over a 14-month span throughout 2020. And there's the fourth ace for Brooksby tonight. He makes it 30 all. So yeah, Brooksby has risen up the ranks. No denying that. And he'll even climb higher after this U.S. Open performance, I'm sure. Oh, the cross-court winner from Djokovic. 30-40 break point. And if Djokovic can break here, he'll serve for the set. Serve for the match, I should say, and the set. Oh, what a serve that is. Brooksby says not so fast. Deuce, 108-mile-an-hour serve there. Fastest serve for Djokovic tonight, 129. For Brooksby, 116. Another solid serve. The return is there from Djokovic. Oh, man. Brooksby blew it. Djokovic with an unbelievable effort to stay in the point. And he'll now have a second break point after Brooksby completely messed up at the net. Wow, Djokovic was just getting to every ball in epic fashion. His flexibility is just on another level. You can tell Brooksby's frustration kicking in. Oh, man. He went for the drop shot. Into the net, though. It's 5-2 Djokovic. And after the break, he's going to serve for the match, folks. Chance to end it right after this. And here we go. Djokovic serving for the match, trying to close this out in 4 sets. He's eager to end it right here, just under the 3-hour mark. And it's not a bad start. A return wide from Brooksby, 15-love. First half hour, Djokovic was completely outplayed, but since then, he has had the upper hand. $30-love. Two more points. Oh, and that's a brilliant serve. $40-love. And we have arrived at match point. In fact, it's triple match point for Novak Djokovic. That's it. Game, set, match. Novak Djokovic gets the job done. Or wait a minute. No, it was a let. Djokovic didn't hear it at first. I didn't either. It's not done yet. But now it is. A cheeky cross-court drop shot to cap off a 4-set victory for Novak Djokovic. An incredible match. A great effort from the young American Jenson Brooksby, excuse me. But in the end, Djokovic just too much to handle, as he is for most opponents. And he takes it 1-6, 6-3, 6-2, 6-2. And he can finally celebrate at last. Well, you got to give Djokovic credit after a wretched start. Quite frankly, he bounced back in style. In a 3-hour match, ends in victory. Djokovic now 3 wins away, 9 more sets, and he will achieve the calendar Grand Slam, which is obviously what he's seeking and trying to do once we reach the weekend. And what's going on, Carlos? You're back home. Awesome, man. I appreciate it. Well, welcome in. I appreciate you tuning in. And you came just in time for the end of the match. But yeah, Novak Djokovic on to the quarterfinals where Matteo Berrettini awaits. And before I say goodbye, I will let you guys listen in to the post-match interview for Novak Djokovic. Yeah, I know, Carlos. Absolutely, man. If he achieves the calendar Grand Slam, which he's 3 wins away from doing, I absolutely agree, man. You have to say he's the greatest of all time. What he's doing is just unbelievable. And after dropping the first set, he bounced back seamlessly to win the next 3. And yeah, at the end of the day, Djokovic got it done when he needed to. He didn't panic at all after losing that first set 6-1. In fact, he seemed to settle in even more after that and say, all right, now I need to turn it on. And turn it on he did. An impressive showing. And hats off to Jenson Brooksby. He gave it everything he had. But against Djokovic, it just wasn't quite enough. The fatigue started to kick in, and I'm sure he'll get a huge ovation as he goes for the exits. And, you know, the fact that Brooksby won a set against Djokovic 6-1, that's incredible in itself. But in the best-of-5 format, even one impressive set like that Brooksby displayed was not enough at the end of the night. And so he'll get a huge round of applause as he goes for the exits. And I'm pretty sure we'll see more of him down the road. Just 20 years of age, the California native, and a bright future ahead for him. It was a great run at the U.S. Open for the 99th ranked player in the world. And finally, here is Novak Djokovic. Let's hear his post-match thoughts as he's 3 matches away from a Grand Slam.
Here tonight. Electric. Awesome. I enjoyed it. I truly did. You guys gave both of the players today a lot of energy and motivation to showcase what we got. You know, we both, I think, gave our best. Brooksby is a very young, very talented player. I told him at the net that the bright future is ahead of him. Definitely, he's a great player. Great, great player.
You found yourself down 6-1. Then you had two 30-minute games early in the second set. What adjustments did you have to make to turn this match around?
Yeah, I must say that it wasn't a great start for me. Obviously, Jenson was pumped. You know, he had a clear game plan. He was executing all the shots very efficiently, and you know, I was really on my back foot. You know, I didn't have the rhythm. I made a lot of M4 stairs, and he was reading the play very well for about set and a half. I think the momentum was changed probably midway second set. We played a couple of very, very long games. I lost my serve, but I rebroke his serve right away the next game. And, you know, after that, I started hitting probably more cleanly, came through the court. Whenever I needed a serve, I found the serve. I hit my spots well. But all in all, it was a very, very physical battle, a lot of exhausting rallies, and credit to him for his performance tonight. It was fantastic.
So it was the first time that you've ever played Jenson. When did you start to really feel comfortable and understand his game?
When did I start to understand his game? It's a good question. I guess when the momentum shifted, as I said, second set. You know, he just played a perfect first set. Couldn't do much. You know, I was still finding my groove on the court, you know, finding my position, but he disguises his drop shots, his slices very well. He's so talented, you know, he's very crafty on back of the court, and he's a very intelligent player. There's no doubt about it, and he's only 20, so there's a lot of time ahead of him. America has a bright future in tennis, for sure.
Okay, speak of American tennis. Late in the third set, he sends out a tweet we put out on TV. I want you to think about this, you know, quote from Andy Roddick, somebody you played a lot. He says, Novak first takes out your legs, then he takes out your soul.
Thanks, Andy. I take that as a compliment. Only the first part. The second part, I don't take anybody's soul. Everyone has their soul. We are all beautiful souls, so I appreciate everyone.
And he's happy that he's 5'4", still ahead of you.
But I'll take your legs out, that's for sure.
All right, next up in the quarterfinals, Berrettini. What are your thoughts on that matchup?
Yeah. Rematch from the Wimbledon finals a couple of months ago. It's going to be exciting. He loves the big stage. He's already established top 10, top 5 player in the world. Big serve, just big game overall. You know, I've played him quite a few times on different surfaces. I know what to expect. I'm going to try to prepare a good game plan and hope for the best.
Well, you love the big stages too. Moving on, Novak Djokovic.
All right, a huge ovation for Novak Djokovic, deservedly so. A great attitude, and she's 3 wins away from a calendar Grand Slam. And as mentioned right there, it's a Wimbledon final rematch from just a few months ago when Novak Djokovic will meet Matteo Berrettini. Should be a good one in the quarterfinals. That will be on Wednesday, presumably in prime time, but that remains to be seen. I'd have to think it will be in prime time, but we shall see. It should be an interesting one. You would think it would be the toughest test yet for Djokovic. We shall see. But right now, Djokovic is just cruising. He's locked in, and the way he's playing, he'll have a calendar Grand Slam in 6 days' time, but we shall see how the rest of the tournament plays out as Djokovic hits some sign balls into the crowd for some lucky fans to get some hands on. And hats off to Novak Djokovic. What a performance against Jenson Brooksby. He wins in 4 sets and 4 wins down at this tournament. 3 more to go. And hey, I mean, I don't see anyone stopping him. I think Medvedev would have a shot, but right now it's just he seems unbeatable, and his game is just so good. It's extremely hard to beat him in a best of 5 format. We saw at the Olympics that he lost, in the semis. He is beatable in a best of 3 format. Don't get me wrong, but here in a best of 5, it's a whole nother story, quite frankly. So, it takes an incredible effort to beat this incredible player, arguably the greatest to ever play the sport. Well, that does it, folks. It's been a fun time. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Novak Djokovic defeats Jenson Brooksby 1-6, 6-3, 6-2, 6-2. 4-set victory for the Joker. He's on to the quarters. And just one more match remaining in the round of 16. That's in a few minutes' time between Sakkari and Andreescu. And then tomorrow, the quarterfinals get underway. I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now. Djokovic keeps his pursuit of a calendar Grand Slam alive.